Hi, everybody. I'm Mike, and this is Mike Miller Talks Life. Today's quote: "Your value is not determined by your valuables." That's kind of good news for some of us that don't have very many valuables. I really believe this quote. It makes me think about some things that I just hold dear. I believe everybody is valuable. I believe we will never encounter a person on this planet who is not valuable. They may be living way beneath their value, but everybody is valuable, no matter what their age is, their race, what their country of origin is, their economic status, how advanced they've gone in education or no education. We come to the planet as a person, a little person, a package filled with great potential and great value. Our value is granted to us by our Maker. I believe God made us, and He made us with great value. And I love thinking about that. I love telling people that. But there's a problem. And the problem is we can become blind to our value. And then we can begin to pursue things that we think will give us value. We can become blinded to our value by our parents, by key people in our life, our peers, friends, maybe teachers or coaches. Things can happen to us that cause us to question our value or develop a sagging sense of worth. Could be a failure, or maybe we don't make the team we really wanted to. We don't get the job. We don't get accepted into the play that we want to be a part of. Maybe we've been abused in some way, emotional, physical, verbal, even sexual abuse, which those kinds of abuse can do such a number on our sense of value. We can experience rejection. And these kinds of things can blind us to our true value. And then we can begin to make choices that reveal that we have lost sight of our value. We see this in the kind of people we hang around with. We pick friends, we pick relationships based on how we see ourselves. And so if we're struggling with our self-worth, if it's sagging, then we're going to make some bad choices in relationships. We may, the way that we allow people to treat us determines whether we understand our value or not, or the way that we treat ourselves. We begin to do things that we believe will give us value. And these can be really normal things, but because we do them to increase our value, they can create a lot of pressure and stress. Our job, our performance at something, things we accomplish, our appearance. If we look a certain way, then people will like us and then we will feel valuable. Where we live, the things we own, the people we know, on and on and on. This list can go. And these are fine things. But if we connect, they give me value. To any of these, they become very stressful. A pursuit like this can cause a lot of problems. It can cause people to live with internal chaos, no sense of peace, no sense of worth, a sagging level of confidence. We are building our life on a temporal value system, and this always breeds insecurity, stress, and a ton of other struggles. Temporal meaning they can change, and that's stressful. Our appearance changes. We have no control over that. We can lose our job. We can get cut from the team. We can lose our ability to do something because of an accident or whatever. The value of our home drops, and we struggle because it's almost like our value dropped. We can lose friends or family. Losing these things can be very hard, very disappointing for anybody. But when you connect accomplishing these things or having these things to your self-worth, your value, losing any of these things can be devastating. We've seen it happen many times. People who are no longer able to do something that they felt give them worth. Yeah, it's a mess. It's horrible. If the things we build our self-worth on, there's a life principle, are temporary, we will continue to question our value and self-worth. The things will not touch that need for value. We'll just keep working from a deficit. So I have a question. What would happen if you stopped pursuing value and self-worth and began instead assuming value? If it indeed came from your Creator and you entered the planet with great value and great worth, why not just start assuming that? Now, I know it's hard. It's hard, especially when you've been headed in one direction, and now I'm suggesting maybe stop and change how you think and how you view life. Start assuming value. Maybe it should be for the next few days. You just begin to think about or reflect on. Let this truth sink in. You are valuable because you were created with great value and great worth. Maybe in your thinking about it, mulling it over, you just take a minute just to give thanks for your value, that you don't have to work for it. And then stop pursuing value, start assuming you have it because you do, and then start acting accordingly. What would a person of great value do? And start acting accordingly, acting that way. This would include maybe stop putting yourself down all the time. Cut out all the negative self-talk. And I know that sounds like a lot of psychobabble, and sometimes it really can be. But we talked, I think it was last week, about our words, and we saw how powerful they can really be. Well, when you're thinking or talking to yourself, you're using words, and they're very powerful. And negative, condemning talk just pulls you down. So stop putting yourself down. Stop hanging around people who treat you as a person with no value. They disrespect you, they hurt you, they abuse you, use you, whatever. Choose to enjoy the things in your life. Just enjoy them. Your job, enjoy it. Make the best of it. Your possessions, have fun with them. Enjoy them. Enjoy your family and friends. Enjoy your education. Enjoy your talents and skills. And begin to have fun with these things. They bring great fulfillment to people, and they can bring fulfillment to you if you just choose to enjoy them and don't look at them as a means to gain value and worth. The things you own may be valuable, but they do not determine anything about you or me. I own a few guitars that are kind of expensive and nice. They're not high end, but they're very nice. I really like them. I like how they look. I like how they sound. I like how they smell because I like wood and all this kind of stuff. But those guitars don't really determine anything about me. They don't make me valuable. I am a mediocre guitar player, and no getting a real expensive guitar will not change that. But I like them. I enjoy them. I don't have to look at them in some weird way because they're going to make me valuable and boost my self-worth. They don't do anything for me. They're just fun and fulfilling. I enjoy it. And I think it's okay to want valuable things. I think it's okay to put them on your wish list. I think it's okay to work for them and strive for them. I think it's okay to strive for accomplishing things. That's totally fine, and it's good for us. It's healthy. Just remember, what we get does not make us valuable. They're just fun and fulfilling. There are certain musical instruments that are very valuable and highly coveted by musicians. And it's not because of what they're made of. It's not because of how they sound, though they sound phenomenal. But it's who made them. Our value is not determined by our valuables. It is determined by our Maker, the one who designed us. Now, I know this is a Christian thought, and I want these talks to be for everybody. So I don't always get super duper Christian, but sometimes I do. But I know this is a Christian point of view, but I'm encouraged by the fact that not only Christians think this. Scientists are now, or have for some time, have begun to see people as valuable. Psychologists see people as valuable. Sociologists do. People in the medical field. They all see people as very valuable. They don't always know why. Christians are very confident. We know why. God made us with great value. Going through life with the assumption that you are valuable is really good for us. It makes life better. When we go through life, we will face loss and failure and disappointment and rejection. We will encounter people who are mean and disrespectful and rude to us. We will lose the ability to do things that we once were very good at because of life or accidents or arthritis or whatever. We may not get what we want in life. We will be sad, disappointed, but we will be okay because we have value as a person, and getting things or losing things does not affect that. The quality of our life will improve. We will begin to experience peace and less stress because we are beginning to realize our value is not determined by our valuables. I thank you very much for tuning in and listening to this. I hope it's giving you some things to think about and maybe giving you some ideas of how you can sort of move your life in a more healthy direction. Maybe it's helped you realize that you're a person of great value. And if you liked it, I hope you'll click like or subscribe or something. Just helps me see who's listening to this. It doesn't increase my value, but I like to see who's tuning in or how many are. So until next week, I hope you have a great, healthy week.